Transportation in plants happens with a process called osmosis. In osmosis, water moves in and out of cells through a semi-permeable membrane. There's an experiment which we can do using an artificial semi-permeable membrane called a whisking tube. Osmosis in plant cells. In plant cells, if there's too much water outside the cell absorbs water and it swells up, making the cell become turgid. And if there's a little bit of water outside and more water inside the cell, water moves out and the cell becomes flaccid. If too much water is lost, the cell becomes plasmatized. Because of the tough cellulose wall, the shape of the plant changes and it has to resist the pressure. Effects of osmosis in an onion epidermis is that you take a microscope slide and you take two microscopic slides and onto one add a drop of sucrose solution and onto the other you add water and then place a thin layer of onion on each and observe the cells becoming turgid or flaccid. So the effects of environmental factors on the rate of transpiration are when the distance moved by the column of water. So the water is absorbed by the shoot and it grows taller and we can measure it. Effects of osmosis on absorbing into one boiling tube, you add sucrose solution. Into the second one, pure water, and there's a control boiling tube with air. And you cut a potato into similar sizes, weigh them, and blot them to remove the moisture. And then leave them in there for 30 minutes. And you can take them out and measure the percentage change. The structure of a stem, it has an epidermis, a cortex, inside phloem and xylem vessels, in the middle a pith. The inner xylem forms a woody central core and the living phloem is outside it. Phloem and xylem together is known as the vascular bundle. Uptake of water by roots is done by osmosis. The water in the soil is moved through the root cortex. The root hairs absorb the water. Loss of water vapor by transpiration is when the epidermis is covered by the waxy cuticle, which is impermeable, so the water vapor leaves through the stomata. Transpirational stream is when the water is pulled up from the roots to the leaves, defying gravity. The plant can transport water. Can transport stuff using the phloem vessels. It transports products for photosynthesis, sugars for energy, and amino acids for protein. The stomata controls the transpiration by opening and closing to release the water vapor. In light, the water enters through the guard cells by osmosis and the cells become turgid. And it bends outside, opening the stomata.
So that's all about the chemistry lesson. And what's the name of the lesson?
Transport in plants.
Okay, so you're in grade 9, Tiana. So you were trying to do a SW for each and every lesson, and you make a test paper on yourself, and you write the answers. So this is how we do the lessons. DeepLearn coaching workshop. So do you find this way is easy for you to remember and get the marks?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.